Blake Nill isn't one to sugarcoat things. The UBC Thunderbirds head coach is obviously elated that fourth-year offensive lineman Dakoda Shepley signed a free agent contract with the New York Jets on Saturday after the NFL draft completed, both for what it means for Shepley and promotion of the UBC program. Nill is not about to try to sell Shepley as a surefire lock to stick with the Jets, though. There's no question that Dakoda has the genetics and the physical skill set to play football at any level. Nill said Sunday of the 6'5", 315-pound Shepley, who spent time at tackle, guard and center at UBC. For him to become a regular in the NFL, he's going to have to realize what it means to compete at that level. At that level, it's about the guy on the other side of the line realizing that you're the thing trying to keep him from a paycheck and taking care of his family. It's what makes competitive sports so fundamental. It's me versus you. He's one of the top testers we've seen in a while. He has some things to hang on to see if the rest of his potential catches up. If that happens, he could have a long career. After impressing at the CFL Combine and the East Michigan Pro Day, T-Bird Dakoda Shepley has signed with the NFL's New York Jets. https://t.co/jakestsney94. The UBC, at UBC, April 29, 2018. Shepley, 23, is from Windsor, ONT, and went to high school there. Since that's within 50 miles of Eastern Michigan University, he was eligible under NFL rules to take part in their pro day in late March, and he turned heads among the 20 or so scouts on hand by doing 31 repetitions of 225 pounds on the bench press and running a 5.05-second 40-yard dash. Those efforts would have ranked in the top 5 of offensive linemen at the NFL Scouting Combine, which took place Feb. 27 March 2. The CFL Combine was just 3 days after Eastern Michigan, and Shepley led all participants in Winnipeg with 27 repetitions of 225 pounds on the bench press, and ran a 5.27 40 yards to top offensive lineman in that category. Despite those type of attributes, he wasn't the most celebrated blocker in the Canada West this past season. That honor instead went to the Alberta Golden Bears tackle Mark Court, who was voted the league's outstanding lineman by the Canada West coaches. Court was also picked a U Sports first-team All-Canadian. Shepley did not make the first or second teams nationally. Court, oddly enough, accepted a rookie minicamp invite from the Jets, which is a step below the interest the team has shown so far in Shepley. Court has a similar offer from the New York Giants. To his credit, Shepley does sound like he believes that there's still much more work to be done. "I got my foot in the door," he said. "That's the way I see it. I haven't got the job yet. I'm on probation. I've got 3 months here to show what I can do and they can decide if they want to keep me." Shepley says that he heads to New Jersey on Thursday in preparation for a Jets minicamp this weekend. He expects to be tried at a guard position first by the Jets. He played right tackle for UBC last season, helping them to an 8-3 record overall. The CFL draft is Thursday, and Shepley was ranked as 3rd overall by the league's Central Scouting Bureau in the final poll that came out earlier this month. He had been number 11 in December and number 14 in the initial rankings in September. Where he might be selected now, considering the Jets' connection, is hard to gauge. A year ago, Manitoba Bison's guard Jeff Gray was ranked 3rd overall going into the draft but had signed as an undrafted free agent with the Green Bay Packers a week earlier. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers ended up picking him 8th overall. Gray is a good example of how volatile rosters can be at the NFL level. He was waived by the Packers in September and signed to the Jets' practice roster 2 days later. In December, the Cleveland Browns signed him off the Jets' practice roster, and he remains on Cleveland's roster. UBC opens the 2018 season on September 1, hosting Manitoba. The T-Birds lost 44-43 to the Calgary Dinos in the Hardy Cup Canada West Final last November. Click here to report a typo. Is there more to this story? We'd like to hear from you about this, or any other stories you think we should know about. Email vantips@postmedia.com. You might also like